Hello, friends. I am logging in. If you are watching this live, you'll see the beautiful Pacific Ocean behind me. If you're listening in, just imagine the ocean and a green mountain. And I just pulled over on a Vista lookout point, and I am on my way to San Diego right now for a mastermind retreat of mine, meeting up with my business colleagues across the country who I'm part of a mastermind team with and have been for the past 6 years. Life changing decision. But as I was coming down, I had a nice long 6 hour drive all by myself, which, if you're a mom with young kids, is actually like a vacation in itself. And I was just reflecting on a couple key moments in my life when I almost didn't do something that was life changing. And I'll give a couple of those examples. Hello, Kim. I just passed Dana Point, your neck of the woods. I'm down here towards San Diego, but I got into fitness. My backstory: I worked at an accounting office. I went to college. I did all the things you're supposed to, right? That living in the template, like go to high school, go to college, get the job, work in corporate America, do all the things. And that's amazing. And it works really well for some people. It didn't quite ever line up perfectly with me. I think God just meant for me not to live in the template of what you're supposed to do. But I was at a job that was just not fulfilling for me. It wasn't a place where I was happy. It wasn't just anywhere I could grow. And knowing myself more now, I know that being stuck is something that's just crippling to me, and I hate feeling that way. Another thing that's really important is for me to feel creative and like I'm serving. And so I almost didn't leave a job that was sucking the life out of me because I didn't know what was on the other side. And I think that happens with so many people. We're scared of the what ifs. And then I got into fitness, and thankfully someone believed in me more than I believed in myself. That's why coaches, mentors, those things are so important, and just pushed me to go for it. And once I had a taste of fitness, which is a whole nother story, I felt something different than I'd ever felt before. And I knew this is where I had to be: empowering women, changing lives. It changed my life, and I wanted to pass that on. And to think, I almost didn't. I think we all have a lot of points in our lives where we can say, and maybe you're at a point where you actually haven't yet, or you didn't, and you're living with that regret. You're living with that dream inside that isn't allowing itself to come out of you. You're living for fear of what other people might think or judge you for, or what you think you should be doing. I got caught in that so many times in life, like I should be doing this, which is my next. I almost didn't. So flash forward, I'm now in the fitness industry teaching classes, and there's a big fitness conference every year called Ideal World. And I'd wanted to go to it for years. It was on my bucket list. It was a dream. At first, I didn't have the money to be able to go to it. Then I started having kids, and it was literally, I was nursing and I couldn't get away, but I kept having this dream to move forward to, which I think is also really important. And finally, the opportunity came up when I had my son and my daughter. They're about 2 and 4 at the time, no Kinley yet. And I almost didn't go. I finally had the opportunity, and I almost didn't go because now I started to feel guilt of, I couldn't leave the kids. I'm a bad mom. That wouldn't be good of me. But I went. And I went to that first conference, and it was in Las Vegas many moons ago. It feels like I felt like a fish out of water. I didn't know anyone. I had just started VFit. It was a super scary time. Imposter syndrome. I get all those same feelings, but I went, and I almost didn't. And it was at that conference that another whole other God wink story that I won't go into today. I'll save it for another day. But I followed my spirit and my intuition. And I want to leave you with this too. Your intuition and spirit, that internal GPS within you, it is right 100% of the time. Anytime you went against that, where you went wrong, where you go, man, I should have listened to that. Or my soul, my spirit was leading me towards this and I didn't listen. Well, at that conference, my spirit led me into this room with this guy chanting, hoorah, hoorah, and this group of amazing people that I'd never met before. And I just knew my energy, like, these are my people. Your people are so important, especially as we get older in life. You need your people where you can be fully you and accepted and pushed and lifted up. And I hope to do that for everybody else because I do that for myself. I'm able to then pour into my team, into our members, into my family, into my kids, into my husband. And anyways, at that conference, I got connected with the Todd Durkin mastermind group. Sorry, my hair is blowing in my face. And I almost didn't. I almost didn't go to the conference. I almost didn't deviate from my plan. We were signed up for classes at that conference that you're supposed to like go to according to your plan. I almost didn't say screw the plan. I don't want to be in this anatomy class about the spine vertebrae anymore. So don't almost don't hold back on what your spirit. This is why part of Rise is that spiritual kingdom, your emotional kingdom. That's your feelings. Um, they're very interconnected, and so as I was driving down here today, I'm thinking, man, it's been a process. And this is the whole story that I started with, has probably been over 12 years in the making. But now I've made it a real priority in my life to attend. They're called retreats in the fitness world, but business conferences, whatever you may call them. I got to find a different name because my kids are always like, Mom, you're always going on retreats. But these are places where I can go and fill up with people that are walking the same journey as me. Trying to be out here in this health and fitness industry is not easy. No, nothing you're going for that matters is easy, right? Your relationships, life, like you have to have people along the journey with you. And um, these are just so important to me. And I was reflecting a little bit more today as I'm getting to know myself better. And I think this is super important. Instead of putting the like, what does the world want of me? What should I be doing? What's the right thing to do? Deep within what that is. And for me, it is being creative. That's super important in my business, being able to create and grow and serve at a deeper level. Like that fills me up. And going to these retreats and conferences really pour that into me so that I can bring that to my team. And I was thinking, mom guilt's real. I get it, but I'm owning that I love, and I don't think there's balance. I think harmony is a better word. I love being a mom. My kids mean everything to me. My marriage is so important. My faith is so important. But I also love running a business and being able to help other women and make a difference and to grow myself. I can't imagine if I was at the same place I was 10 years ago when I started BFit. Like my growth is part of my purpose and my journey, and it's to also help bring others up with me because the same has been done for me. And I was thinking, for my kids, I remember, I'll end it here with this last little story. When I was younger, my mom was a businesswoman. My family had their own business, the entrepreneurial gene. And my mom was a badass, I say, businesswoman. Like she traveled a lot. She went overseas. She was, and I remember looking up to my mom being like, I want to be like her. I mean, she was gone a lot. And I try to be home a lot with my kids, harmony. It's not all the time. These trips are important. But I remember thinking, I specifically remember washing nylons. This is how dated it is. Washing my mom's nylons with her in her bathroom from her trip. You pour the little solution into the sink and wash the nylons. And I just remember being like, my mom is so amazing. She's going out there in her suit and just like, I just remember that feeling of like, I want to be a strong woman. And thankfully I am. And my husband and I were talking about this the other week when our son turned 10. And we're saying, what do we want for our kids? Like as they grow up and they become their own people and they're out there in the world. And we both said, because we've decided in our marriage, in our life, that we are creating our life on our terms and on purpose. And for us, I've said many times, that's time and freedom. And that's meant sacrifices. I mean, we've both started our businesses from scratch. There were times we were totally broke. There were times it wasn't easy, for sure. It's still never easy. But we said the one thing that was so important for us in our kids is that they do something that makes them feel passionate and fulfilled, that they know how to work hard for something that matters to them, that they have dreams to go after. Oh, it gives me like chills talking about, because I want my kids to live a life of purpose. I want them to be good people, right? It's not like they can just go, do anything. Well, they can, but to not feel like they have to be stuck in the conforms of what I think they should do or what society thinks they should do, that they really follow their heart and soul. And it is beautiful. I'm watching that in all of my kids, like them discovering different purposes and gifts and strengths. And so excited to see what it brings in their life. But I want to just wrap it up here. In your life, go for those things that are calling on you. I don't care if it's scary. I don't know if you care if you don't even know the way there. All you have to take is the next step. Get people around you. That's so important. I cannot imagine not having my mastermind team, my trainer team, mentors and coaches in my life, my VFit community, my kids. Your kids teach you a lot. So make sure to put yourself out there and just follow your heart. The last thing you want, I can imagine, I would not just be driving down this freeway, going to meet on the beach with an incredible group if I didn't just go for something that I didn't know what the outcome was going to be. It has changed my life. And I share this because that is my purpose. A big part of what makes me feel with purpose and passion is helping other people. Like, you don't have to have it all figured out. I thought I was going to live the corporate America, do all the things, get all the health insurance and 401k. And that's not the way it ended up for our family. And I have to say, I'm pretty darn proud and happy of that. And I just encourage you, it's not going to look the same for you. There is no judgment. I'm not meaning that on any parts. I'm just saying, don't sit back and watch your life go by. Take that step, step boldly into who you're meant to be, and live on purpose. And we're starting another Rise group here in June. If that interests you, these are the sort of things we work towards, like actually stepping forward towards where your heart, your soul, your spirit, your intuition, your knowing is taking you. And there's no point in life where that ends. No point. We have people of every age in our group. So there's that view one more time. Oh, all right. Be bold, be brave, be you, my friends. Love and light. Good night.